Hey, Smarty Pants! If you have federal student loans and the payments have been on pause because of COVID student loan payment pause, but you paid anyway, you can ask for your student loan payments to be reimbursed. But should you? The short answer is if you're going for public service loan forgiveness, probably. If not, maybe. In this video, I am going to talk about how to get your student loan payments refunded and some factors to take into consideration when deciding whether or not to ask for a refund on your student loans, whether that's a good idea for you, like what to do if you're going for student loan forgiveness. I have a student loan forgiveness cheat sheet and 24 easy money moves to stress less, save more. Get them at the link in my description. As with all of my videos, personal finance is personal. This is just for educational, informational purposes only. Talk with a financial professional to find out what is best for you. So first off, how do you get reimbursed for your student loan payments? You can get a refund on any payments you made to your student loans after March 13th, 2020 by calling your student loan servicer like Mohila, Advantage, Great Lakes, etc. I'll put their phone numbers in the description. Your loans had to be part of the COVID payment pause. If they were FFEL loans or private student loans, they don't count. It has to be part of the student loan payment pause. You call them and literally you just ask. You just ask them. Now, I will say, it is a really good idea to get the data together yourself first. I do not trust the student loan companies as far as I can throw them for getting that kind of data together. So you want to actually write out all of the payments you have made since March 13th, 2020. Add it all up yourself. That way you can call and just say, "Hi there, Mohila. Yeah, I would like to request a refund for all of the payments I made to my COVID paused student loans from March 13th, 2020 to today. Now, I've added up all of my payments and I have come to whatever the amount is," right? And then they'll walk you through it. This isn't like a pleading, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" situation where you'll have to fill out a bunch of forms. It's literally just, "I would like my money back." And then them saying, "Sure." Like really, it's very, very simple. They are super busy, so chances are you're going to be on hold for a while, and then it'll take a few months before you get your money back. That's okay. Just be patient. Just because you can get your student loan payments back doesn't necessarily mean you should. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of getting your student loan payments reimbursed. First off, I want to make sure to mention this isn't an either or issue. You don't have to ask for all of your money back. If you only want part of it so that you can pump up your emergency fund or pay off debt, you can ask for only part of your student loans back. So keep that in mind. My name is Kate Moody, your money librarian, here to help people making decent money but still stressed about their cash take control over their finances. Be sure to subscribe to get all my videos that help smarty pantses like you save oodles, stress less, and get rid of spending guilt. Secondly, and this is super important, if you're going for public service loan forgiveness, it doesn't make any sense to pay a cent back more than you absolutely have to, because whatever your balance is, after 120 qualifying months, it's going to get forgiven for you. So you're not going to get any extra credit or a gold star just because you paid more than you have to. You're just kind of going to feel dumb because you could have used that money to do something else. Those 120 months include the COVID paused months as long as you meet all the other requirements, like working full-time for a qualifying employer. Let me restate that for the kids in the back. If you meet all PSLF requirements, your non-payments due to the COVID payment pause count towards your 120 PSLF months. Since those months qualify for PSLF anyways, why not ask for your student loan payments back? Again, you're not getting a gold star. Get your money back. The only thing I can think of is if you aren't entirely sure of your employment future. It's possible that right now you are working for a qualifying employer, so you think you're going to do PSLF, but maybe at 100 qualifying payments, life throws you this great opportunity to work for a for-profit organization, and you still have 20 payments of PSLF to make. So in that situation, it would have been better to pay off during this payment pause. But we don't know the future. So do take that into consideration. If you are going for PSLF please make sure all your ducks are in a row. Put in your PSLF application yearly, link in the description, so you know you are on track. Third, depending on your loans, making payments during the pause might have saved you tens of thousands of dollars, or it might have saved you tens of dollars. During the student loan payment pause, the COVID student loan payment pause, any payments you made went directly to the principal. There was no interest charged. Instead of paying the interest, it just all went down to getting that principal way, way, way down. This makes paying off your loans far more efficient. But the efficiency you received will depend on where you were in your payment schedule. If you just graduated before COVID, you have gotten one heck of a head start. You've probably knocked years off of your student loans and thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars off of your interest. That's amazing. But if you only have a few years left, the large bulk of your payments is going to the principal anyways, so you aren't really saving as much in interest as someone who is just starting repayment. Let me illustrate. Here is a graph of payments to a $35,000 loan, 5% interest over 10 years. Each payment is $371. The part of the payment that goes to the principal is in blue. The part that's going to the interest is in red. As you can see, in the early years, a significant portion of each payment was going to that interest, but as time goes by, barely any is going to that interest. There are a lot of student loan amortization calculators out there. Do a Google search and see what asking for what your payments back will cost you in future interest. Fourth, if you have high interest debt like credit card debt, you might save a whole lot of money by using the reimbursed payments to pay off your credit card debt rather than go to your student loan. For example, the interest accrued over 5 years is the same on $32,000 in student loans at 5% as $4,000 of a credit card bill at 23%. So if you only had $4,000, putting that towards the credit card makes a lot more sense since you can wipe out the entirety of that debt. Whereas if you put that $4,000 to the student loan, now your student loan is down to $28,000 and you still have a $4,000 credit card bill. I strongly recommend you run the numbers to find out where your money would be best used. You can find online calculators to do the math for you. You can set up a 45-minute meeting with me and I can run the numbers for you, link in the description. And guys, once you pay off your credit card debt, never go into credit card debt again. Always pay it off in full every single month. That is how you use credit cards properly. That's how a smarty pants uses credit cards. And I know you're a smarty pants. Fifth, there are other personal finance bases like having an emergency fund of at least $1,000, but a goal of 6 to 12 months of your survival expenses that you might want to consider using your student loan reimbursement for, since if you don't have the money set aside to use when an emergency happens, not if, when an emergency happens, you'll probably just rack up credit card debt to pay for that new transmission or a hospital bill, which will be at a far higher interest rate than your student loans. So when deciding to ask for payments back, take your whole financial situation into account and please only ask for that money back if you're going to use your money responsibly. That means you're using the money to pay off high interest debt, to save for an emergency, or other high priority items that pay off big in the long run. Be honest with yourself. If you're just going to blow this reimbursement money on things that won't grow your money, like taking a vacation, getting a nicer apartment, nights out, clothes, etc., most likely you're best served just letting that money stay where it is, paying down your loans. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Biden's $10,000, $20,000 forgiveness plan. That is so up in the air right now, it's really anyone's guess. It is possible that not asking for your money back could bite you in the butt if it does go through. And it's possible that if it doesn't go through, that asking for your money back could bite you in the butt. So weigh your options. I hope this was useful. Pop your questions in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.